Today we're going to be looking at a massive winter storm that's targeting the Midwest and East Coast. Starting off the video here, we're going to look at the GFS model to see where we could expect this system to impact. So as you can see, this is going to be January 13th around the early afternoon hours. So this is going to be around 3 p.m. Central Time, 2 p.m. Mountain Time. Let's go ahead and move forward here. You see that snowfall starting to kind of form in Canada. Not quite a low pressure system yet, but you can kind of see an area of low pressure starting to form around the late evening hours into overnight hours of January 13th into the 14th. And that snowfall is going to continue here as we head throughout the 14th. This is going to be around 6 a.m. As you can see, not quite a low pressure system yet. It's not super strong. But you can actually see some potential rain systems over here in just off the East Coast. So those will be a little bit interesting here as we move throughout the next few days. But let's move forward here throughout the 14th. You see that snowfall becoming more widespread here in the Dakotas and Minnesota. That's going to be moving here throughout Iowa, Missouri, Illinois, Kansas, Nebraska as well. And this is as we move into the early afternoon hours of January 14th. We're reaching to more of the evening hours now, the 14th, moving quite slowly here. We're actually quite fast into Nebraska and Iowa, into now Illinois and Missouri, and now we're going to be moving into more of the overnight hours. So this is going to be going into from the 14th into the 15th of January. And as you can see, that is definitely looking quite like the low pressure system that's going to be right there. You see that rainfall just to the southeast, and most of the snowfall is going to be staying north of that low pressure as normal here. Now, what's interesting about this low pressure system is it starts way up here, and then it just blasts south here into Arkansas, and then it kind of slows down in kind of the Ohio Valley region or the Mid-South area. And it's going to be skyrocketing as soon as it hits the jet stream. As soon as it hits the jet stream here, it's going to be skyrocketing up here into the northeast. It's going to bring quite a bit of snowfall here in this type of area. Over here in this type of area is also going to see a very decent amount of snowfall. And then once you get into the northeast, you're going to see a lot of snowfall there. Again, this area is not going to see a bunch of snowfall, potentially a foot of snowfall in some spots, but mostly this area is going to be the main area impacted, which is pretty much the whole East Coast here. Now, let's go ahead and move forward on. It's going to be the 15th at around 12 p.m. That low pressure dives into Mississippi and Alabama, and that's going to be moving throughout Tennessee. Quite slow, like I said, it slowed down. This is going to be on the 16th around 6 a.m. So the early morning rush for especially North Carolina and into Virginia, Kentucky, also northeastern Arkansas is going to see that snowfall as well. And this is only going to be 100 hours out. So this is this weekend that this is going to be impacting. This is going to be Sunday. So this is going to be a weekend. So the morning rush is not going to be as difficult here since not many people work on weekends. But then again, as you move throughout the lunchtime hours, this is going to be impacting North Carolina and South Carolina with some ice potential. Still a bunch of snowfall for northern North Carolina, and that low pressure system, that's pretty much a snow donut looking type of area by then. This is going to be lunchtime of Sunday, January 13th. You have snow all the way around, which kind of looks like a snow donut here on the radar. And this is going to be moving now throughout the mid-Atlantic. This is going to be this again Sunday around 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. Eastern. And that low pressure finally shows up on the GFS model here, and that's going to be skyrocketing here into Long Island, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island. Maryland is definitely going to be getting hit with some of that snowfall. Delaware looks like it's going to be missing some snowfall there, but mostly rain for Delaware there. This is going to be impacting Northeast probably around the early morning hours of Monday into pretty much the whole day of Monday. You're going to see that snowfall, but most of the heavy snowfall is going to be impacting in the morning hours into more lunchtime for the Northeast. That's going to be moving out with some lake effect snow lingering in New York, Pennsylvania, and Ohio. That's going to be moving out, leaving that lake effect snowfall around the early morning hours of Tuesday. As we look at our total snowfall amounts for this major winter storm here, we're going to be starting off here in North Dakota, which you are going to be expecting potentially up to a foot of snowfall in this whole swath right here. It's from North Dakota all the way down into Iowa, Minnesota, portions of South Dakota, and even portions of eastern Nebraska could see up to a foot of snowfall. The rest of that purple and very dark bluish colors, you're going to see up likely 1 to 2 inches, maybe 3 inches of snowfall in more of these dark blue areas. But most, once you get into the very dark blues and pretty much whites, you're going to see mainly a dusting of snowfall. Over here in central, or let's go in this type of area here, you're going to likely see probably 2 to 3 inches of snowfall. It depends on where you exactly are, but mostly 2 to 3 inches, maybe upwards of 5 inches locally in spots like these little swaths here, where you could see locally upwards of 5 inches of snowfall. Now down here, which is quite interesting, again, when this low pressure system dips down south into Mississippi and Alabama, you get a huge swath of potentially 15, even 18 inches of snowfall over here in western Kentucky. And then that swath continues here, maybe a little less snowfall, but still up to a foot of snowfall here in this type of region. Mainly northwestern Ohio is going to see 1 to 2 inches of snowfall, maybe 3 inches. But this whole eastern and southern portion of Ohio is going to see upwards of 5 to 6 inches of snowfall. And now you're reaching into more of these green areas, which are very widespread here, especially in South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, portions of West Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York, and even some localized spots here in Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, also Massachusetts could see upwards of 20 inches of snowfall in those green areas. Of course, in those pinks areas, you're going to see also up to a foot of snowfall. So this is going to be a very major winter storm. If this does verify here, this could be quite the major winter storm if you do live along the East Coast. Over here in the Midwest, you are quite used to this snowfall, so it won't be as quite major. But this East Coast snowstorm could bring a lot of travel issues to the East Coast states, and especially down here in the Carolinas, which are not used to snowfall every winter. If you did enjoy the video and want more updates on this major winter storm, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new and turn on post notifications so you won't miss another upload or live stream. And also make sure to share this with any friends or family that may want the latest forecasts on this upcoming major winter storm to impact most of the eastern US. But anyways, stay safe.